Okay, part 2. Let me finish giving you everything. It really is warm over here right now. Like really warm. Anyway, okay. Numbers. Now I already gave you the numbers of the day, the energy, 22, 28, and 1 in part 1. Okay. 66, responsibility. Create your own response. Responsibility for self, right? Stay in your own lane. And also remember, the only thing you can control is your reaction to things. Okay, so careful with your response and how you react at this time. Okay. 33, love and peace. Love and peace. You are never alone, right? Love is one of the highest vibrations you can be on, along with authenticity, right? Everyone deserves peace in their life, okay? Don't let anybody come in and mess with your mental peace, your serenity, your surroundings, your whatever, okay? Let them stay in their chaos, okay? You can't help and you can't fix everybody. They've got to do it themselves. But don't let them come in and try to mess with yours because they're bored and they don't know what to do with themselves, okay? Love and peace. Remember, what you put out there, what you put out is what comes back. Remember that, okay? And I'm going to give another example of that real quick because it came to me earlier when I was driving, when I saw the Bad Boys thing, but I couldn't, I really should have stopped and wrote the whole download that I got. But I'm going to give you an example. I had a coworker, right? And, the nationality is not going to matter here. We're just going to talk male and female for that much, okay? So I see how he's like looking at one of the girls or a couple of the girls and, and one night when we're working and this and that. And, they're young, okay? Now, is he closer to their age than my age? Yes. But none an age gap nonetheless, right? So I started laughing and I looked at him and I went, be careful, right? Because you want to look somebody up and down like they're a prime rib in the center. I mean, I know what that feels like. I felt that energy. I saw what he did, okay? And then I had to remind him, be careful what you're putting out there. You have a daughter. You're doing this to someone else's daughter, someone's going to do the same thing to your daughter. What goes around comes around. What you give is what you get. What you put out there is, remember that your choices, they don't always come back direct to you, but they can come back to someone on an extension of you, okay? So do what you will with that. Or nonetheless, at the end of the day, he's going to come back in his next life as a woman, and boy, are them men going to put him through it. I'm just saying, okay? So keep that in mind, ladies and gentlemen. All right, 7-Eleven, persistence. Reap your rewards. If you work hard and you're persistent and you're focused and you work on things, at the end of the day, when it's time and ready, things will fall into place in your rewards, and it's time to tend your garden, right? You planted your seeds, you nurtured it, and now harvest time's coming. So 7-Eleven, 27, life plan. That's been showing up a lot, and not just for me. There's other people out there that keep saying 27 too, because that's where we are supposed to be right now. Align your life plan with your soul's purpose, right? I said it yesterday. Some of you are feeling like you don't know if you're coming or going or what you're supposed to be doing in this life. You have no clue. You just keep doing the same thing day in and day out and day in, like a hamster on a wheel, right? You're stuck in fear. You're afraid to make a change. You're not happy with X, Y, and Z, but you don't want to do anything about it. So make a list. Make a list of things in your life, the pluses and minuses of things. See where you need to change. See where you can make a change. See where you can switch jobs. Maybe you want to go back to school for something. I don't know. What is it for you, right? Take a few minutes. Spend time with self. Get to know yourself. What do you even like to do? Do you even know what you like to do at the end of the day? right? I know there's a lot of things I like to do. I have lots of hobbies. I can keep myself occupied like there's no tomorrow. Okay, this is why. Listen, when we got locked down, for their little, you will know. I was fine. I didn't have a problem with it because I can be home alone by myself because there's a million things that I like to do to keep myself occupied. Mostly you get into trouble and do things and different things because you're bored and you don't know what to do, because at the end of the day, you don't even like your own company. You don't even like your own company. But you're so codependent that you don't do anything alone. You don't spend time by yourself getting to know yourself or what you even want. You just keep yourself in the mix of everyone else's energy, running from one thing to another, okay? So some of you, I think, need to think about maybe what you want to do with your life, okay? All right, because, time's an illusion, right? You can start anything at any age, but at the same respect, we're not promised tomorrow. Don't let life pass you by like that, okay? All right, because we only get one, so, enjoy it while you're at it, too, okay? All right, Cowgirl, Parmalee, Get Busy, Sean Paul, Take My Breath Away, Shake Your Body Down to the Ground, the Jacksons, Toxic, Britney Spears. It's time to let go of the toxic, okay? And not just toxic in relationships, but maybe toxic in patterns and toxic habits and different things, okay? Anything, even something good, okay, can become toxic at the end of the day if it's something that you get so super obsessed with that's all you consume yourself with, okay? So be careful of that kind of toxicity, okay? Does to me, Luke Combs, time's a ticking. There you go. I forgot all about that. See, when I'm channeling, it just be coming. Time's a ticking, Justin Moore. Yeah, time's a ticking. Look that up. Some of you need to hear that. Whiskey Drink, Jason Aldean. Yeah, the whiskey is not going to get rid of it for whoever's using that route, okay? A Long Walk, Jill Scott. I love Jill Scott. I remember when Jill Scott, her first song came out, she aired on Oprah. Hold on, I got to see what year that is. That might be important. Listen, I might have to list the rest of the songs because I think this is more important right now. Jill Scott aired on Oprah with her debut album, Who is Jill Scott, in 2001. World events in 2001. The 9/11 attacks. War in Afghanistan. Jugarat earthquake. 7.9 earthquake in India. On January 26th of 2001, that killed over 20,000 people. Now, I told you about yesterday, earthquake, and talking about different things. And an earthquake in 2003, major earthquake, bam, Iran, killing over 20,000 people. Okay? Lots of solar activity going on. It's this earthquake thing or something big is... Listen, it's not to scare folks, but something's coming. Something big's coming. I think you all feel it, whether you do things like me or not. I think some of you know something's coming. The anthrax attacks, right, when they were putting it in the letters. Foot and mouth disease outbreak in UK. I also said about they already had the next big thing in the works, okay? Learn your lesson from the last time, okay? Don't be go getting them jibby jabs. All right, but you do what you want. George W. Bush became president, the 43rd president, on the 20th of January. Enron had a bankruptcy. The energy giant had a bankruptcy following an accounting scandal. China joined the World Trade Organization on December of that year. Argentina had an economic crisis, which we're going through right now. Let's face it. And that led to riots. And that also led to the resignation of the president, Fernando Raúl. An ABM treaty withdrawal. The 1972 Anti-Ballistic Missile Treaty we reneged on. So, I'll list the rest of the songs. You do what you will with the world events, okay?